Episode 5. Bitches.
Whoa.
What up? Tasha Richards in the building. Where are your legs at?
Say what's up.
You know I need them. Hi.
What up, Andy? Where the fuck you been?
I was brunching it up, baby.
Pendejo, I gave you an hour and
ADD.
typical Andy
An
showed up
hour?
later.
Well, fucking,
we
they
also
had
got to
bottomless
eat.
mimosas, man. What am I supposed to do?
Did you have
Oh.
bottomless
You didn't
mimosas?
invite me?
Where
Did you
you
tell Vero to
go?
come?
Yeah, she's actually with the como le dijiste que el cocksucker. Did you remember that?
Con el squad.
Do you remember
What
what?
about-
Do you remember what you said last night?
Yeah,
Speaking of
about
she's
her
like-
about her gay friend and how like I was jealous that other guys were buying him, and I'm like, I can't. Why can't I pull that off?
No, and that's not even that. But you were like, I want this cocksucker on the podcast.
Oh my god.
Is that what I said?
Yeah. So then Vero tells him, she's like, hey, they want you on the podcast. He's like, what? Why? Why me? He's like, because you suck cock.
Oh shit, that's not what I said.
No, Veronica.
I just said I do want to like he's gay, right?
Yeah. he's
Yeah,
gay
I
as
just
hell.
want a gay guy
Wait,
on
who
here
is
to
it?
give us some fucking perspective on that side.
some gay insight.
Yeah, I ain't like I say fag and just stupid gay shit like that, but
No, I
I'm
get
not.
it.
I'm not.
I get it.
I fuck. I love gays, dude.
Hey,
they have
Andres.
more balls than us because they're able to be out of the closet. Like
Yeah.
a fag that's behind the
You
closet.
can't just say the word fag like that.
No,
It's
but
so
some-
offensive.
No, I'm trying to give them. I'm trying to give them like credit because they have more balls than men. Men.
Straight men.
I feel
guess.
like there's bi men that don't say they're bi,
Yeah.
but they have the balls to come out the closet and say I'm fucking gay and I'm proud of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love that shit.
Yeah,
bro.
would
Why
you
don't
like-
I
would
mean,
you
almost
like
on
it
los
when
hotes
gay guys
que
hit
they
on
hide
you?
it. Huh?
Are you okay with gay guys hitting on you?
Yeah, I mean, I get hit up all the time, but that's why I was saying like I wish I could pull that off. Get fucking free drinks all fucking night.
Women,
Really?
Yeah. I wish women had the initiative gay guys had.
Albert was just jealous that he wasn't getting free drinks. So
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that. I could have saved $50 last night, fool.
Yeah,
Get
Dude,
the fuck out of here.
They were going back and forth too, man. And then
See,
at the end of the night, he got his digits and shit.
for my girlfriend or whatever. Like if she tells me like, yeah, some guy bought me drinks all night, you think I'm gonna get mad at that? I'm like, fuck that. That's my money too. So like, I saved some money.
Hey, in Albert's defense, Albert was concerned for him. He's like, hey man, I just watched Jeffrey Dahmer's shit, man. I didn't want him fucking.
Like, please don't go with that guy.
Everyone's on this Dahmer thing.
Buttering you up for
Yeah.
later.
Oh my god.
So have you guys watched that shit?
Oh, it's
No,
terrible.
I've been meaning to, but I'll probably watch the first episode tonight.
It's fucking hard to
That
watch.
shit does not fucking interest
It
me
is hard to
whatsoever.
watch.
I don't
It's hard to
understand
watch.
women
So
and
here's
their
my
fucking
thing. Here's my
obsession
thing
with
though.
serial
Were you guys into Dahmer before or just now because of the show? Because
I've
I've
never
actually
been into
been
serial killers.
into all this whole
Well,
serial
I mean,
killer
like,
shit.
into it, or just like actually interested in seeing like that's like a serial
Muévela,
killer's
esa.
mind, like the mind, right?
Muévela.
Like it's like a thing. I feel like
Mhm.
when it comes down to it, it's like, why was this guy so? And then come to find out, so I didn't know before. When he's like obsessed with like organs and like that's what he's into, and that's why he at the end he's like saying like I did this and I was wrong and I'm evil for it, and he like just was going off about that, which is I think insane to me.
And that motherfucker was normal in his head.
Yeah.
Well, shit, have you guys heard of Edmund Kemper,
No.
the co-ed killer? So he was like one of the first ones that actually kind of like he killed, and then ultimately I guess the person he wanted to kill was his mom. So he fucking finally did that, and then after that he's like, holy shit, like I need to turn myself in because I'm gonna keep doing it.
Oh
so he
my
turned
God.
himself
Like
in.
Albert, remember?
So he turned
That's why you're
himself.
busy all
Yes. So like, if you don't want me to fuck kill someone.
So he turned himself in, and he's actually you remember when the whole like also like the Bundy shit was going on?
yeah.
Because of that, back in those days, they actually started a profile of like how like
Of people.
yeah, torturing animals and all that shit. So you can kind of see who might be doing this shit.
Oh my goodness.
He kind of helped develop that thing with the FBI, or I can't remember what organization it was, but it's cool, man. And the show with the Dahmer now it's interesting, cool. I mean, I'll probably watch it, but I'm actually more interested in the real fucking
real guy.
the real side of it.
Yeah.
Like
See, and,
Yeah, it's all Hollywood, but
I really don't want to watch that shit because
I felt that
yeah,
way, and I
it's
had
just,
to. I had to.
You
I
know,
was
like
oh
I'm
my
not
gosh.
interested in him. I don't care about him.
what
you
blew
know?
me is like what's the guy with the Ted Bundy?
Ted Bundy, yeah.
Okay, when I saw that one, it intrigued. And then like now that it's Halloween stuff, but like a lot of the horror movies are based off of
Bundy.
serial killers and shit like that,
Oh,
like
yeah.
cannibalism and all that shit.
Yeah.
I knew he was into cannibalism, like the Dahmer guy, but I didn't know he like fucked like the body parts.
The necrophilia.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
There's something else. There's something. It's not just like being obsessed with like a dead body, but it's like what it is like the organ. Like what did it say in the show? It says something about like the wet organs. Like it's just like
Like
seeing
the heart.
oh my yeah, and that's what he's obsessed with is that, and that's why. And it was easy for him, so he kept doing it.
There was another motherfucker too from like the Midwest, like in Detroit or Chicago or something. It was like this guy that would dress like a clown. And killed
Gacy.
Yeah, that
John
one was
Wayne
another
Gacy.
one.
That
And
guy
they
had, like,
fucking bury them like in their own fucking properties. What's fucking
yeah,
nuts.
he was that motherfucker had like 30 bodies in his
Oh
fucking
my
property.
God.
He had like
and then the
something-
stench.
Because
Yeah,
it comes
dude,
easy to
and-
them,
and-
and then they just do it like it's a normal thing.
Well, they all say we didn't get caught, so we kept
Yeah,
doing it.
yep.
Speaking of the smell, that's what gave it away. Because apparently they were kind of suspicious already, and like he was toying with these motherfuckers. Like, oh, I know you're following me. Like, even like have breakfast with them and shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And then eventually he invited them into the house, and then like I guess one of the cops went to the bathroom just to kind of, I'm going to the bathroom, but kind of look
Yeah,
around
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And I guess the fucking heater kicked on,
Oh my god.
Ominous.
and then that shit started pumping the smell out from the fucking cellar and shit of all the fucking decomposing bodies and shit. And that's what they're like, the guy, because he's experienced other deaths and shit like that, he's like, I know that smell. So I mean, that's what
Yeah.
gave him away right there. But that's
I
motherfucker.
think you'll like it. You'll like the show.
Yeah.
I think I'm on episode 5 or 6.
Oh, you're already that deep into it?
Yeah.
They're like an hour long.
I got
each,
ripped.
no?
I got fucking ripped in Colorado, and I just fucking went at it.
Yeah, we got.
Imagine doing it.
Tangents. Let's get back on topic.
Yeah, I know, but imagine doing it on shrooms
Fuck.
What murder?
or watching one of them fucking
Oh my
episodes
God.
like on shrooms. You'd be fucking tripped out.
We
Are you guys into that? Just to wrap it up, are you guys into like the Halloween killer shit?
Nah,
I am. I don't know why.
I like to
just,
sleep at night.
It's exciting, but
like-
I'm like
I
terrified.
like fall colors.
I like
I
that.
don't like it because I ain't scared of shit. And the only
I'm
time
those way,
that,
fucking
that
big balls
thing will
over here.
scare me is stupid ass jump scares. And
Pinche
I hate
batito,
jump
ignorant
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker.
Like I don't think they're scary. I mean, like I know that I'm watching a film.
I saw that
that's
way.
not
I'm gonna throw a
fucking
snake
scare
in
me.
here, and
Dude,
see if you're
and-
scared.
Yeah, and it's just a fucking jump scare.
It doesn't just put evil thoughts in your head, like. So you're like kind of thinking about it after the movie or after whatever.
Well, yeah, exactly, and I don't like that, so I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't like that shit either, especially right before bed.
Damn.
I could
Fucking
admire.
scaredy
It's not
cats.
like I'll watch a scary movie if I'm forced to, and then I can go to bed, no problem. It's not like I'm scared that the light's gonna, the
Dude.
dark's gonna have
Awesome.
that fucking
I
monster
watched-
that we just watched.
I
or
watched an
whatever.
Exorcist movie and I could not fucking sleep all night.
I don't know.
All
there
right,
was-
so today's topic we're gonna be talking about marriages and relationships.
Yeah, that's what
But
I
that was
said.
a
Let's
cool.
get
That's a
back on
cool. That's
topic,
was a
'cause,
cool intro.
That was a wild tangent.
This is Noel's favorite topic.
No, it wasn't a tangent.
Fuck you.
So, well, we'll go around the table, and I want to ask if you're in a relationship or if you've ever been married or if you're married. So we'll start with
Don't start with me.
Andy. Married,
Both.
married.
I've been married, not anymore, and I'm in a relationship now.
Okay.
You've been married?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Aww.
Oh,
That's why it ended. So
it's not as long as you learn something from it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely.
I was married for 8 years, and I'm in
Wow,
a-
I didn't know that either.
and I got a baby out of it. The most awesome fucking thing in the world.
It's
And then
beautiful.
I'm in a new relationship going on about 2 years now.
yeah.
What about you, David?
I'm happily married, and yeah,
Have you been married prior?
no prior marriages.
All right.
No, one and done. Yeah. No,
Awesome.
No. There's
Badass.
no backing out. So we signed the paper. We're done.
Almost way.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna share something
I
about
believe that
marriage
too.
later, but
I 100% believe that, and I think have never been married, and I think marriage is so important to me. Like I think I believe that with no doubt in my mind, no hesitation, once that person is there and I marry that person, it'll be for life. Like it's just what, I love that. But I know it's hard. I understand that divorce is a thing, and I don't think anything negatively about divorce because I think, you want to be happy. But that's why I think that I will make sure, and I'm 33 years old and still not married. And this relationship thing has been really difficult too. It's
¿Y
like,
tú puto qué?
difficult.
Yeah, man. I'm not married. I'm not in a relationship.
Do you want to be married?
Nah.
Have you been in prior
Like
relationships?
manifestation
I've been in a
wise?
prior relationship. I was in a 4-year relationship.
It was good.
mad
So here,
to
just
get married, and I didn't want to.
just to kind of get it out of your head, being married doesn't mean having kids.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I know, 'cause I'm just
what's the
saying
point
you're-
of fucking
We
labeling
talked a
something
little
and
bit
being
about it
forced by
last
the fucking
night.
government to
Marriage, like
do all that shit.
I think we all, even when we get through a divorce, our intention is pure from the beginning. But people change, circumstances change, and I don't want you thinking like, oh fuck, this guy doesn't believe in marriage. I believe in marriage, but marriage is a legal document because I feel marriage doesn't have to be legally. There's people that I know, family members like that have been together for over 30, 40 fucking years, and they've never had to sign a piece of paper. And I almost feel like it complicates things. There's like some kind of imaginary fucking thing where you feel like you're fucking stuck. And we talked about a little bit of separation. Like I believe in separation too. Like when you're in a marriage, instead of you go and seek help, but like I think sometimes you have to give it time. Like not necessarily say, hey, we're gonna go fuck around for a year and see where we're at from there. But like sometimes you do need
that's
times.
Almost what it boils down to. Like that's what it is people think, oh, here's my out, or whatever. And it sucks because some people actually do feel like they need some space and they need some time, but at the same time it's like it's easy to say that we're separated right now, and they go and they mess around, and then they try and come back to their relationship and it's completely dead, because there's just too much.
That's just borderline swingers.
It's just too far.
Gangsta.
Sometimes you just go too far and there's no going back.
Yeah.
Trust is a really hard thing to gain, and I think that's just a difficult thing to say you're separated. But
Hey, wait,
I
do you
get
trust
it.
me? Man, we should be married then.
and I think a lot of the traits that we've picked up are also from our parents, like even parenting, like like the way we handle marriage, we probably reflect back on like how our parents did it and how they handle it, and we react to it like naturally.
Do you remember what my mom always said?
Kick her out.
Que no tienes juntando con pinches viejos usadas. Yeah, like.
Okay, do you understand?
No.
His mom's advice was don't be fucking hanging out with used up hood rats.
Oh my gosh. It's good advice.
Here, I did a little research. These are like the most challenging things in a marriage or a relationship. And for me, number one, I think it's finances. And then there's the sex life. There's the communication. Then there's your children. Then how do you separate housework? Like, how do you delegate that? How do you split it? Then there's the jealousy element. There's also in-laws.
So
In-laws are a fucking big one. And then there's also your partner might not approve of certain friends that you're with. So there's that. And then addictions. So those are some of like the most common challenges like in a relationship.
Yeah.
Even in a friendship too.
Yep, agreed.
And I don't want to talk through all of them, but I think, like, what do you guys want to talk about? I think we should talk. The biggest one for me is the communication.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I think understanding. I think overall in a marriage or a relationship with friends, or and being in a relationship with your significant other, I think it is communication, but it also is understanding and being like, okay, I'm going to tell you this, but not just communicating about it, but understanding their side as well. Seeing both sides of things is I think that's like one of the hardest things for any of us to do, because it's like, I feel like it's always like, this is what I feel, this is what I think, and which I believe that everyone's feelings are valid, but in a sense of like, I understand you and why you're upset, even though I don't
agree.
Yeah, and that's what the hardest part is, because it's just anger and we just lash out, and it's never, understanding where they're coming. Like, it's just, I think that that's what's the hardest part for me too.
Yeah. So when we'll do the three topics, but like just give us a little background, like or a summary of like your current like relationship right now, or what's your hardest challenge like in your personal life?
Fuck. Where do I start? No, like, not that shit's bad, but it's just shit that you're working through. Like, it's hard going to fucking Boise to work. I have to stay up there every now and then. A couple nights I stay up there at my cousin's house just to like save money on gas and shit. But it just sucks because like then all the weight is on Veronica to handle the kids, and then feed, food, bathe, et cetera, you know. So that's a hard part. And then you just feel helpless.
So the space or the time away.
I feel like that's amazing that you acknowledge that. Like, I love that you even would say something like that, and it's the first thing that you say. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ultimately, I always tell her, like, I'm like, if you're good, I'm good. If you're not good, I'm not good.
Yeah.
Like whatever it is.
I feel
That's
that one.
love.
I feel that
That's
one, bro.
love. I love that.
feel that
That's
one.
amazing.
So that's I guess that's the biggest thing. I mean, just to cover everything. It's just if you're good, I'm good. If you're not, I'm not.
And how long you been with
We 8-9 years now, something like that.
Wow.
gangster?
But I mean, but we're not married, and that kind of goes back to my previous relationship before that with the marriage and shit. It's just I don't know. It just what happened is just kind of off-putting, and I don't know. We just kind of went with it, and
For your
Never gonna
previous one.
commit again. That's what's gonna.
But
Your
do
previous one?
Huh?
Are you talking about the previous one?
yeah. When we were
Or like, what do you think went wrong?
In case
we-
she was a
Because
hoe.
we couldn't. Well, fuck
I mean,
off.
at the end,
yeah, but
at
they
the
don't
end,
just turn hoe overnight.
Yeah, that's true.
There's
She turned hoe during that.
well, you're
And
in
then
the
that's when I was
military.
also,
or-
that's also when I was in the Navy, so I was
Yeah.
like gone too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the same time, I was also fucking around. We were just both fucking around, and long story short, we
Wrong
didn't
person.
we didn't cut it off when it needed to be cut off.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just I guess for me, it's like I didn't want to let go. I wanted to make it work. I wanted to try and make it work, but ultimately, it was just we just weren't right for each other. We just needed to let go.
and how long was that one?
Marriage wise, it was like a year or two, but together we were like maybe like around 4 or 5 years, something like that.
I remember growing up, like when hearing shit about people being married for like 30 fucking years and then they just split, it was very fucking discouraging for me.
Yeah.
So for me, when I was married, I think I got married because of cultural beliefs that once you get someone pregnant, you handle your shit and you raise your family. And you know what? I with David and Juice, I remember telling him, like, I don't know if this is the right thing to fucking do. I'm like, but
Cuando se iban a casar or what?
well, we didn't. Well, she told me she was pregnant, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think I married her like maybe 7 or 8 months later.
Yeah, I feel like there's that doubt that I was talking about. Like, I think, you know, we always have like that feeling inside, or, you know, whatever that is. It's just like, I don't really know if I want to do this, or I don't really know if this is exactly what we should be doing. And it's just, you just dive into
Well,
it.
here's the real
Yeah,
truth,
I'm only
though.
doing this because I have to,
She
because I
did
got
not. She
pregnant.
here's the truth. Here's like a disclosure, like, because I don't want people.
Well, I think, I mean, you
thinking-
can still love that person and still have some doubt, you know, and I understand that too.
But she didn't force me to like, hey, we have to be married.
Yeah.
It was really me. Like, she gave me an out. Like, you don't have to marry me or be with me to raise this kid. Because it was just a one night stand kind of thing. That's what it really was.
Wow.
It was a one night stand thing. So it's not like she pressured me. But in my mind, what I
what you
I
thought
was
was right.
what I was like conflicted with was maybe it's my maturity level that I don't want to own up to my mistake. Or it was like, you know what? Let's not do this at all. Let's just have the kid and co-parent or whatever. But culturally, I was influenced to just handle my fucking business.
And it's not even it's not even just like your parents' influence.
And
Like,
so
you see
everything
the
was
culture,
good for
what
like
you
the
said.
first 2-3 years. And me and her, we've lost a lot of kids, right? And so we've gone through our traumas. And I think that didn't help the whole fucking marriage at all. Me traveling and then losing, they're having miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage. Like, we lost 4 kids before we had Callie.
Wow.
Okay. And then we lost another one after Callie. And so
That's
it was,
devastating.
That'll definitely weigh on you.
it does. And she's not a bad person, but she wasn't for me. And we had a lot of differences that we could not come to a middle ground. And so we just said, fuck it. It's time for us to bounce. But that's kind of like my backstory on like the marriage, and then on my relationship. I think what I fear is I don't want to feel rushed. I don't want to like, because that's exactly what had happened in my first marriage. Like, I wasn't forced. I forced myself to kind of like, you have to do it.
So now touch up on your current relationship now. How does that differ? What's the feeling with her versus?
There's a couple of patterns that are the same, and for the most part, it's the time away. The whole traveling
yeah,
thing
man, that's
is the
always
hardest
gonna do
thing.
it.
And so what I have to do is I have to pick between really my job or my relationship. Do I want this relationship? Of course I fucking do. But I don't want to feel rushed either.
Oh, right.
We all want the same end result. I believe that 100%. But sometimes we're not ready. We may not be financially ready. We may not be emotionally fucking ready.
You're never ready, man.
But I feel like if you want to be in a new relationship, you have to fix yourself first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the cycle fucking starts again with a whole new fucking set of problems with a new fucking person. So before you jump into a relationship, like,
What's
get
up?
your shit checked out first.
Yeah, dude, that's the whole. The only relationship I was ever been in was 4 years long, and the whole time it was, we need to get married, we need to have a baby. That's gonna solve all our problems.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
the worst
no.
fucking thing you
Fuck
can do.
no.
And I'm like, are you
Fuck
kidding
no.
me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? We can barely make ends meet. I can barely take care of myself. You don't even live with me, and you want to have a baby and start a life like that, just like that. You think no. That's not gonna happen.
That's the biggest misconception with
But
couples. They
honest-
think a baby
It
will
is.
fix everything.
Fuck no.
If anything, it's gonna make shit
right
worse.
Now, like I've been single for 5 years, 6 years now, and I'm gonna stay like that because any girl my age that doesn't have a kid is baby fevered out the
looking
ass.
for kid. Hell yeah. They want
I'm
that
like, that's not gonna
jizz.
solve your problems, and you have
You
fucking
will
plenty of
find
time.
someone.
They have this fucking time
I
clock
think-
in their head
I
that they
think-
think that they need to
But
have a baby
like
now.
putting that in your head already from the get,
Yes.
it's just like already. I mean, okay, so I think when you find somebody, it's just gonna feel good. It's gonna feel like
And it's gonna
I
just
want
happen.
to have a baby with this person, even if it is like
Busting
that. Even if it
nuts.
is, and honestly, it's crazy how things do happen that way, and you just love. And that's,
Yeah, that's true.
What about you, David?
I want to have a baby, and I'm not going to.
Then get a vasectomy.
Summary- your summary, David?
Yeah, so I'm
I
married.
can see that David's so happy. He's you're great.
Yeah, I'm happily married. I've been in very long relationships before this.
Denial.
And
Nile's not just a river in Africa.
you know, they didn't work out. At the time it was like the end of the world. But
What was the challenge though?
with relationships?
Yeah, or the prior before you were married,
Um
because you were with her for a while.
yeah, you know, I think we just realized we were two different
Different?
people, or she realized before I did, you know, because at first I didn't understand what the hell was going on. You know, I was in a happy relationship then too, but you know, I think she just realized we were different people. Now that time has passed, I realized we were two completely different people. Like,
Well,
you
that's
know,
what you get when you go for a fucking pale ass white girl.
Yeah.
And what's your challenge now?
you know, she definitely wasn't like. Now that I think about it, she definitely wasn't my type. It was just, you know, it was
You're
a
fucking Mexican. She was preppy.
it was a childhood love. You know,
Do we really have types, guys? Come on.
Yeah.
Really?
you know.
I definitely have a type.
I say I don't, but I do.
Everyone that I've dated has been absolutely like just completely different. I've got like I think it's just to me. I
They
think
were
it's
Mexican.
it's like I've dated
all
Mexican. I've dated white boys like just crazy hippie or like you know bearded crazy just hit red nose. I mean,
definitely
I'm
have a
telling
type,
you,
though.
it's
Idaho.
I know you have
to
a type.
its
You go for
fullest
the
effect.
gangster looking
Outdoors
fucking-
Idaho.
No, have you seen my ex?
No,
No.
I don't know any of them.
Yeah.
No, we
Anyone?
But
don't.
anyways, get
There hasn't been
your,
that many.
your last relationship. Like, since you're not in a relationship now, like, what was the challenge?
Oh my gosh. So I think I've been single for a really long time. Me and my ex, we were together for 10 years and it was financial. That's what it was. I wanted to buy a house and just be like this family and just whatever. And I don't think he was ready for that. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed and I wanted school and I wanted it to be what I wanted it to be. And he just didn't see that yet. And then he left me and then I didn't see that coming. And so I don't know, it was just
So it
crazy.
wasn't-
He had 3 babies already at that point.
It wasn't mutual. It was just him bouncing.
got
He,
it.
He just let-
he wanted to end
I
it.
was so shocked by this. It
Oh,
literally like
shit.
killed me, right? And after that, I was like, I'm never gonna depend on a man. I'm gonna always have what I need to have and not ever let this happen to me again. And since then, I've just been that way. And it sucks because it's like you do take your past and you push it forward, and it sucks because you should let that go. And not everyone's the same. We're all we all have different views and whatever.
You got to reset before you
You
get
do,
into another
and it's
one.
hard. But like this whole
It
thing
is.
that you said about fixing yourself first. I mean, I really honestly think like obviously you want to fix yourself and be good inside, but you grow together. No matter what, you're not going to just be completely okay.
Yeah, let
you
me
know?
chime in on that. I saw a quote that said, you meet someone because either you have to change their life or they change your life. Or
Wow.
you don't, or you shouldn't meet them at all.
But you can't go in thinking you're going to change someone though. Like,
Yeah,
However,
and it
so-
doesn't happen.
okay.
It doesn't happen.
it
like
never
that.
does. You can never,
It just
you can never help
spontaneous.
or change anyone. And a lot of people do go into relationships thinking
That's just a
that.
quote,
they're gonna
asshole.
fix
Where'd it
them?
fucking
Yeah.
come from?
He's like,
It's
"Where's
just
that
a quote, asshole. Where'd it come from?
Well, that's
Remember?
what it
No,
relates to
you
what she was
said
talking about.
you said the quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did you read that?
like,
Yeah,
I
where
just
the
made it.
fuck?
I just
Where
saw it on
fucking
Facebook,
fairy
man.
tale did you read that said find someone that's gonna grow you or you grow them?
He's like,
Of course.
I just made it up right now.
I didn't say that. I just said
Hey,
I read
on
it.
on
God
the on
damn
the
it.
credits it's gonna say unknown, but it says Noel G. Hey,
Okay,
what about you,
What do
fool?
you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
Well,
what do you want me
we're
to
gonna
elaborate
wrap
on that
this
fucking
session.
quote?
We got 3 minutes, so you just tell us
What about me?
what was the hardest part for you on the relationship? Just you felt pressure.
Yeah, no. The hardest part about the relationship was
Where'd it go wrong?
realizing that I didn't want it and trying to figure out how to get out of it.
Did you change her? Did she grow or did you grow? Who grew in that
I
relationship?
grew. No, I don't think either of us grew.
So
actually.
just I want to answer the part
Well-
about the self like in development.
Eras tóxico, güey.
Yeah.
El tóxico.
No, I'm a believer, and you can disagree. I'm a believer that your happiness like roots from within you. Like when someone says you complete me, that is bullshit. 100%. If
Look, I can't do it without you.
can't blame
That's fucking
someone
bullshit.
for not being happy, and that's the problem that needs to be solved before getting in a relationship. Because if you're 100% mentally, like you're exercising, when someone leaves, it should break your heart a little bit, but you should be able to be stable for your own and handle your own. It's just like the example I give Noel when he wants to like jump in a relationship. I'm like, dude, I'm not saying don't trust people because that's the wrong way to approach any relationship, but just keep your fucking guard up too, because everyone has one.
Where I struggle.
And yeah, see, I struggle with that too because I can't like the whole deficiency is that I don't get a lot of the social cues that normal people can pick up on. So if someone's
El
like
ADD.
flirting with me or just being friendly, I can't tell.
Hello,
a difference.
chingo.
I can't tell a difference. Like
Yeah.
like fucking 6 months later, I'm like, oh, holy shit, that chick was.
So
totally
let's
flirting
end
with
it
me.
right there for this first part. And then we're gonna talk about the communication. And I want to talk.
I do want to bring this up.
Yeah,
Right.
that'll be the first thing I'll ask him when I
Alright.
come back. So we're gonna talk about
Hello.
the first topic is the communication. And I wanted to ask you if you guys know or have any knowledge of what love languages are.
Yeah, like touch, love, lust, what?
So there's words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, and physical touch. So everyone, I did this research when I got into my new relationship because we're both Leos, we're both stubborn, and the biggest mistake that I've ever done in any relationship is I make assumptions. Okay. But the love languages kind of have helped me identify how do I talk to Jessie so that she understands me in her way because of the miscommunication or misunderstanding. For her, I'll give you an example. Hers are the gifts is her biggest trait. Like that's how I can speak to her, right?
Gift giving.
Yes. And she also gives back.
Yeah, yeah.
But and then like for me,
So it's
for
like a
me,
tit
for
for tat
me,
kinda thing?
yeah, for me,
Quid pro quo?
the way you
Quid
tell me
pro
you
quo.
love me is
Yeah, I
by
can't.
giving me like the for me is the quality time and the acts of service. Like I don't need gifts to feel loved. Like I want the acts of service. And the littlest fucking things, like even when her daughters like say happy birthday to me and stuff like that, and they'll draw a mountain or a horse. That's fucking awesome. Like those are the little things that count for me. But out of the love languages, what do you think yours is, Andy? Or what do you identify it as? and Veros? Or have you identified it?
I'm not sure. I think maybe she has, but I don't know if I have for me. And it kind of goes back to what you were saying before. Is like you kind of go off of your parents or whatever. Like my parents weren't ever like lovey-dovey or like buying each other shit or whatever.
Your mom never told you she loved you.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily like, hey, I love you, but it was like, her way was like getting me stuff or making me food and that kind of shit versus the
That wasn't
verbal
the
aspect
push.
of it. So, like how you're saying the whole gift giving, like for me, I'm like when I got with Veronica, I literally said, I was like, I don't get gifts. I'm not the flower kind of guy or whatever.
Deal with it.
Yeah. But now it's been kind of coming up, and it's like hard for me because it's just not what I do.
But you're saying I don't need this from you, but
Yeah.
you have to identify how you can communicate with her based off of one of these.
Like if she needs it from you.
She does.
Yeah.
And she does. She
and
does.
which one is it?
What do you mean?
Which one do you think she wants you to
From you.
speak with? Yeah, to her. So is it like, would Veronica be more into like physical touch
I think it's the freaking.
or the words of affirmation, like,
either
hey,
that
great
one
job,
Or the service or whatever you said.
or the acts of
Yeah,
service?
the acts of service. I bet you anything. It's acts of service.
It's acts of service. The words are there. I express it verbally,
Mm-hmm.
and I try and show it. But the obvious physical shit. But
There's like a quiz and shit. It's like 100 fucking questions, and I kind of recommend everyone taking it. I think they're like $5. You can get a little booklet, and it helps you identify yourself, and then it challenges you to see if you can identify how your partner is. So, because this is what could go wrong. You could assume that Veronica's into gifts and you're doing the gift thing, but it doesn't relate to her. So you can be the gift guy, you can be the guy buying gifts every fucking time you see each other, but it doesn't do anything to her.
I guess
So to identify it helps you communicate with her better.
it's kind of the little stuff that I don't do. It's you know how to say it's the little things.
detalles.
Yeah, that's my fault. That's my shortcoming.
Yeah, but that's a whole part of the whole ADHD thing with him.
What
I
about you,
get that
David?
Too. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
completely over the
Um,
small things.
My marriage is very unorthodox, man.
He's like, I beat her, and
No.
You guys seem so happy.
My wife and I are not your traditional or model marriage. I don't know. It's weird. We
They use cuss words as words of affirmation. Dude.
yeah.
To the
you know.
kids?
Hija la chingada and shit like that. Yeah, all the time.
You know, I call her gordita. And
That is a strategy, though. Humor. When you
Self-deprecating humor,
when you
or-
are
You know,
in conflict
yeah,
and
yeah.
you use humor to kind of like mellow it down,
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
a
yeah.
tactic.
So like we're very unorthodox. I'm not the gift giving either. But I really try, like on special days like her birthday or Valentine's Day. I try to get her or have flowers sent to her just to show her that I love her because I know that she likes that. She likes
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'll try to like get flowers sent to her work or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely the sexy time is
like, that's
The
what I'm-
physical.
That's what I'm
the
best at.
physical.
Órale. So they're the physical
We're the
ones.
physical kind of.
So-
But although sometimes she doesn't like it, I walk by, slap her butt, and she yells at me. I'm like, do guys do that?
If
Do
you-
guys
if
do
you
that?
Didn't,
Do you
she'd
guys
be
do what?
pissed.
Yeah, and if I don't, she's pissed.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if I don't,
Do what?
if I like fondle her,
I think a lot of women,
If
not
I-
all of them, but I think the majority of women want that affection.
You know,
They want that
yeah,
affection.
like,
She'll still say no. Stop,
like she gets
don't."
pissed at me when I do it. She'll call me a pervert, and then when I don't do it, she
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
pissed
Hey,
off.
where's that
Gangster.
pervert at?
Like she expect like one morning she was getting ready for work, and I woke up to use the restroom, and she's like, I thought you were gonna walk right by without slapping my butt, and I was gonna get mad at you. And I'm like, well, you get mad at me when I do it. You know?
You're damned if you
Gangster.
do, and you're damned if you
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
No, but you just identify she
They
does
just
like it.
to fucking.
we like physical. We're physical.
What about you,
We like
Tasha?
to beat the fuck out of each other.
Honestly, I think I'm a giver. I totally love the whole gifts thing, and I like making it to where it's like something important, something that's like, you've mentioned like 2 years ago, and then I'm like, all of a sudden, I like it to be meaningful. And that's with my my relationships, my friendships. Like it's super big for me, and I think I'm just like I do that too much probably.
Are you one of them girls that keeps
Oh, yeah.
roses for years and
Listen
years?
to me. I still have. I'm pretty sure I have letters from you guys. I think.
Ow!
I swear I still have them.
Almost way.
I'm not even kidding you.
Oh, is
It's
this like
just-
elementary letters
yeah,
or what?
like middle school
Hey,
letters.
you're gonna have to find.
you're gonna have to
I
bust
don't
that
remember.
out.
I don't
Check
I'm
remember
that.
not
shit.
even kidding you. I have so many.
A
just
dick
I
pic?
keep everything. Oh my god, no,
What about you, Goofy?
no.
What do
hell
you
no.
like? How can I impress you?
Like if you were a bitch.
Or if you were my bitch, like what? How would you want me to like talk to you? What's your love language?
I honestly don't know how
Touch my
like what
balls.
I would want a partner to be like because I've never had a partner to do it like properly. The previous one was a giver, and I.
But
think,
did it make you feel good?
no, I didn't.
So
like
you
the
it
stuff that
didn't see.
I
So
didn't
that's what I'm
want it.
saying. It didn't really. So what
Touch.
about like acts of service or like leaving you little notes? Those are, to
Oh,
me
I
are
hated
acts
that
of
shit.
service.
I hated that shit.
You don't like that shit?
No.
What about fucking then? Physical
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
quality time. No, you are the quality time
Yeah,
fuck.
that's what I would.
I
think.
heard you say, I just want if the bitch doesn't want to. What did he say? If she doesn't want to cuddle, fuck it.
Hey, if she's not gonna.
So
make me the
yours
little
is
spoon,
physical.
get the
Yours is
fuck out.
physical and
So,
quality
so
time.
you like to be treated like the little spoon?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wants
Is
to
that
be
too much
fucking
hard to-
spooned.
Is that too much to ask?
Once in a while.
No, it's
I
not.
know that's a
But
thing.
just
Not me.
Oh, shut up.
I'm the big spoon.
So
I mean,
Tasha,
I like to be this big spoon, sure, but like every once in a while, it's fine. It's fun to just.
You like to be held and told everything's gonna be all
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
on the communication, like at work, dude. Does your girl bother you all the time, or how does that work? Do you guys have a system?
no, yeah, I mean, she knows I'm at work and she'll text me or something. If it's something that's like, hey, we need to talk right now, she'll let me know. Otherwise, it's cool. Like I'll just call her my breaks or whatever. She's not like bugging me constantly or anything like that.
But it's a daily thing, right?
Yeah, we talk. Like she'll call me on her lunch
I'm
or her
fucked up.
breaks. or
Sometimes
whatever.
I don't go talking for like 2 or 3 days.
No, I can't.
That's me too, though. Like, I'll go fucking a week without talk to anyone, and then I think that's my problem, though. Like,
What about you, Tasha? Are you good
I
at
think that-
communicating?
Oh yeah.
I'm not interested
I
or
think
something.
it's really important. I think regardless of whether you're out of town or not, I think it's super important to keep in communication because women are so emotional. We're so like we overthink and it's just the way that's how we are and if we don't know, we will assume, just like you said, you will assume something and our minds will go crazy and then and it's not even anything, that
So I got another question to kind of touch up on David when he was talking about his chick not liking when he like smacks her ass or not liking when he doesn't. So I think generally as a guy, like, well, me, I guess me, I'm a fondler,
Dude, me too. Like,
and
I like
and
fondling.
Veronica, she actually kind of likes it like when I'm in public, like I'll squeeze her titty or
Or
smack
like
her
you
ass.
were
or do
last
something.
night.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
and it's,
Where
it's being
where
proud. Like
where are
that's-
you
this
on
is-
that? Where are you on that?
Yeah, so and honestly, it's crazy because like without it being my person, like I am not it's just not a thing. I'm not a touchy feely person, but when they're with me, that's totally my thing.
see,
I
and
love it.
I'm a big time fondler, and she gets mad at me. She's like,
It's her pervy side, I think.
yeah,
Really.
like, she's like, quit it, pervert. And I'm like, dude, listen. I'm like, I love your body. Like, you're
That's right.
amazing.
Yeah,
You're mine.
absolutely. I love that.
I just, just.
Yeah, no, like for me, my thing is like I don't care if I'm in public or like I'll squeeze her titty like at fucking Winco or wherever the fuck we're at. Like this is
You know
our
that
thing.
picture of me and Jesse where I had my hand on her tit? And
Yeah.
that's what you commented.
Yeah,
Titty.
yeah. And I was like, yeah. No, so yeah, I was just curious. Like, does it matter for you if it's like in public or would you rather just
not
be?
at all.
it's
I
just-
envy that. I have not been in a relationship.
You're
in a
like,
really
damn, I
long
wish I
time.
had somebody that
I'm
cuddled me
serious.
like
I
that.
do. It's hard. Like I think
I want to little spoon someone.
without even without it even being sexual. I think just like laying in bed is people.
Well,
take,
that's the intimacy.
people take 100%, and people take that for granted. Some people are just they're in a relationship for so long that just it doesn't happen anymore. You go to bed at different times and that's so important. I think for relationships to hold on to that because eventually it's just like it's nothing, the feeling's gone, and you know, you don't care anymore or whatever. But I think holding on to that is so important. I love it. I miss cuddles so much. Like, I will pay someone to come cuddle me
The fuck.
and only cuddle me.
Órale.
I'm pretty sure people will do it for. You guys would do it for free too. You know.
I mean, there's certain guys out there that will do it for free.
Cheers,
not-
batitas.
it's
And
not
then they
that
send
hard.
cock
Only
pics. And
cuddling.
then
Only
they send
cuddling.
cock pics, and then they don't know
Oh
what
my
no means.
God, I'm over it. Women do not like dick pics. Let me just say that very clearly.
Well, it's
Hey, are you guys listening?
I mean, sometimes
Everybody,
they
watch her.
not a
sometimes.
thing.
I mean, I've
Watch
seen
those
cocks
dicks.
before, right? I've seen cocks before, and
They're not pretty. They're just
well,
not that
that's where I was
pretty.
getting at. Like, I've been told, yeah, you got
I mean,
a pretty
some
dick.
guys have pretty dick.
Yeah, imagine if
I get told
if
I have a
guys
pretty
got
dick.
unsolicited pussy pics.
I'd love it.
It's like, come on.
Yeah, I get told I got a pretty dick, but I've seen dicks, right? And some
yeah,
look
I don't want
fucking
no
weird.
unsolicited pussy
Some
pics.
look weird as fuck.
Weird as
Oh,
Yeah, it's just it's not entertaining just seeing.
I
different-
fucking lack on my communication.
I think,
Like, I
yeah,
know
man.
I know what Jesse needs, but I can't afford it.
So I'm good at communicating.
Like, work wise, like when I'm at work, she knows I'm very tunnel visioned. She knows I'm very productive, right? She respects the fact that I'm handling my fucking
And
business, so she doesn't bother me.
I think that's amazing. But listen, if you just step out of that groove one time, I think even if it takes months or whatever, you acknowledge it, so you know it. You know it's there. You know that you don't. You know you do that, and you know that she wants whatever. One time, step out of it and just do that, and I think that would mean so much.
Well, here's the
What?
the fucked up thing.
He's a workaholic.
I'm the type of guy that wants to be smothered. But not at work. Like I just she understands that, and I appreciate
Oh,
that
he
she
ain't
respects
budging.
that.
But
Like
when
she
it
like
happens,
if it were up to her, she would want
bothered.
me to call her every day, FaceTime her every day, and I just can't fucking do it. Sometimes, like when I work and travel, there's other people around me, and I just don't want to like
Yes,
have
yes,
those
yes,
conversations.
Veronica actually.
And so I
understands that.
will go out of my way, the shit that I don't want to do, and I'll do it for her. I'll FaceTime her, but I'm not saying I do it every day. And I'm just saying I can improve on that. I'm saying that. I'm raising my hand saying I can improve on that. And for me, it's different. It would be different if I was home every day because she would get all the
Yeah, exactly.
she would get all the
And
attention
that's
that she
where-
wants, and that's what she wants. And sometimes she gets impatient, says, "Hey, I don't know
See,
if we
I
could
don't
do
think
this."
I could be in a relationship where I didn't get that. You know.
See,
Yeah,
and,
and that's why she struggles, and I don't blame her.
No, yeah, and see, I love that you would say that.
I work by myself, so
You can do whatever.
I work long hours. I work nights, and so I will FaceTime my wife and daughter just to say hi, just to see their face.
Yeah.
You know, like, hi, I love you. All right, I gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it pisses her off or whatever, but
Like in my previous marriage too, like we wouldn't talk every day, but I appreciated her sending me videos of
Yeah.
Callie or Kaysen,
See, yeah.
stuff like that, because she still wanted me to be part of like watching them fucking grow, even though I wasn't there.
Exactly, and that's
And that's
so good
fucking
for her.
badass.
No matter what, I know because I do this often. Like there is always a moment that you can take the time if you care about somebody. There's always time.
You will make time.
You will make the
Yeah,
time. It's
yeah.
it's a thing.
100%.
And the whole I'm so busy. Like I mean, I use that very often, and it's terrible. I hate that I'm like that because I'm just like I don't want to.
you're not busy when you're
Like
driving.
if Gopher will send me like a post and tag me and say, "Hey, do you remember that Honda dude?" Like I acknowledge it, I see it, and I hope you know that I saw it, but I won't respond to it. But if he fucking texts me like, "Dude, I just got fucking ran over," I'm gonna drop
Yeah.
what
of
I'm
course.
doing for you.
got ran
But if it's to remind me that I rode bitch with you on a Honda and we fucking
And you
and
burn
we
the
ate
shit out of
shit.
your fucking leg.
We
yeah.
ate shit. This fucker made a turn on a out on the
gravel.
rural road, and on the intersections they always have like this loose gravel.
Yeah.
And this fucker flipped it, or he's turning, and then when we fell, since I was riding bitch, my leg fell on the muffler because we
Burned your
tipped,
ass?
and it burned the fuck out of my
The meme that I
fucking
sent him, it was a
Honda something.
no, it was just a cartoon.
There's two guys on a motorcycle.
Yeah, and then the muffler was like.
Oh
to the
yeah,
leg
I
of-
saw that. I
yeah,
saw
Yeah,
that.
and I was
Hey,
like,
Albert,
fuck,
remember
I'm
the
like,
Honda?
dude, fuck you. I'm not gonna respond
You know,
to that.
Albert, he was really bummed out you didn't respond to that. He's like, dude, Albert didn't like the meme I tagged
No,
him
I
in."
did. I really I laughed at it. I'm like, fuck, I was writing bitch, and this fool's just reminding me that I wrote bitch, and the muffler kissed me.
Yep.
Hey,
But,
Tasha,
I mean, if
just,
it was
just to
something
clarify, they're both riding like this.
He had his arms around.
You know, and then I try to drive it
Was
by
it that,
myself.
or was he
I'm like, I'm
reaching-
gonna fucking kill myself. I'm like, fuck that. That shit was too torquey for me. Fuck.
Hey, did you guys no?
It's a
Did you
Honda
guys
Diesel
did you guys
250.
try the Kanye Kim Kardashian thing? Is that why the leg got burned or what?
What are you talking
You
about?
know, where like Kanye's
Where she's like laying on the
motorcycle.
bike and all that bullshit.
Yeah, and she's like,
She's all riding in front, facing him. And
Let's talk about the finances one.
damn.
she got serious.
Is that a big fucking struggle for you guys?
I absolutely think that. I've been the breadwinner of my relationships, the past, and it's so crazy because I think I'm more of like, when it comes to the relationships, I'm more of the one that's like pushing away and like, I don't like clingy. I don't like too much. I don't want to talk like, I get the whole right back and forth thing. I'm always working. I'm always so busy. It's always like so much going on. And these men just seem like they're living their best lives. Finance is always a huge thing for me, which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've always had to be like I've always had had the place. I've always had the
So every
car.
relationship you've been the
Well, not. I mean, I've only been in like
three.
I guess I could maybe say 3 relationships, but yeah, it was just. I feel like I've always just been the one because I've had to. I've had to have my shit together, and it's a good thing, 100%. But
So you were the breadwinner.
yeah, and it's just been I don't know.
Sugar mama.
Hey, wait, what about you, fool?
Hate it.
What about me?
Any financial troubles
Yeah,
in
dude. I've
previous
always been broke.
relationships?
I've been poor my entire life.
But you like it, don't you?
Huh?
Do you like it?
No.
Why don't you do anything to change it?
Well, okay. How about this? I've always been poor, and now
Fuck,
the
we're
only
all poor
difference
now.
is that I have the things that I want,
Fucking
but
inflation.
I'm still too poor to have everything that I want. You know what I mean? I have my dream car. I have 2 of my dream
But if
cars.
you had a partner that was a breadwinner,
Everybody tells me that too.
What?
Just like the help. Even my son, he's 13, and he's like, Mom, like, because I do everything. I clean our gutters and I mow the lawn, and like, he sees that like I'm, he's older now, and so he sees that, and he's like, don't you want someone to help you out? Like, don't you want to find somebody that's like, and my focus is on my kids right now, and I think that's what's super important to me. But I think I should, allow a relationship.
Yeah, let me
just make
say,
sure the motherfucker makes
damn.
bread.
I mean, I could
Otherwise,
say
you'll
that
be in the same bullshit.
it'd be the same. Like, yeah, I could say it's easy. It'd be easier to get a partner that I can help or whatever. But like, how am I gonna convince some BZ to help me buy a bunch of 3000 GT parts?
You have a weed woman. It's the same thing.
Okay,
when I
yeah.
was married, I was the sole provider.
Let me tell you about my experiences with
Finance.
just in period with like what you said just now, weed woman. Yeah, sure. Pero
This-
she's nuts.
yeah, get a different one though.
Madly in love. Because I didn't
You didn't set the well. No, you can set boundaries, but some people just like
it's not that.
the
It's
word
that
no. They don't get it.
I didn't reciprocate the feelings. Whenever
No,
I
but you
reciprocate the
don't
feelings, they lose
reciprocate it. But she's still fucking crazy.
That's
That's
yeah,
not
if
respecting
I
your
would've-
fucking boundaries, though.
Definition of crazy in women these days.
Like-
I'm so confused by that.
What's
Make
crazy?
us fucking crazy.
I had
Crazy would be
76
like the same
I had
thing that you showed us earlier.
76
How like
texts in one
a
night.
guy will hit you up and you show no interest, or you just say, "Hey, no thanks,"
I
right?
completely agree with that. That is to me.
That's crazy.
And
When
I
you don't fucking
understand
get
that.
no.
I've literally been very, very vocal about my no's when it comes down to that, and it's hard for me because I'm such a, I've always like, I'm overdoing it with people, and it's just been heartbreaking for me in the long run. But I totally think that the crazy is over fucking doing it when you're clearly just like, stop.
Yeah.
When
Say,
someone
"No,
doesn't-
I'm not
when
interested,
somebody
it's never
doesn't
gonna
can't
happen,
accept-
you're not gonna change my mind.
Yeah.
Deal with it, and then they keep going. And that's my experiences with every hoe I've been with the last 2 years is either not interested as soon as I show interest, or if I
Also
don't
things.
show interest, they
Get interested.
get interested, and then they go off the rails because I just double down and say no, I'm not
You
interested.
gotta take shit
It's
slow,
not gonna happen.
bro.
Huh?
Well, no, the crazy bitches just don't get it. And to me, somebody that doesn't take the
Like,
answer
it's
they
like
didn't want to hear,
when I tell them
that
I'm
is a
interested,
control
they, like,
fuck.
I've
That
gotten
is a control
laughed at
freak.
me, dude. I've gotten lots. You liking me?
Like,
See
no,
ya.
I want you to want me. Like, that is some control fucking
When they're
problems.
just-
Damn.
When you can't accept the word yes
I'm
or no,
right for you. I'm everything that you need. I will give you everything that you don't. You've never
Yeah.
blah blah blah. It's just like I've heard it 1,000 times. It's like it's not a thing. Don't tell me what you think I need.
Another thing I've dealt with was other women not telling me no.
that you get the word no and you get butthurt.
No. They won't tell me no. They'll just be like,
You'll get your
"Maybe."
way every time.
Maybe in the future. Maybe like not right now.
Yeah.
It's not the right time. I was
Yeah.
like, just tell me no, so I can just to quit fucking beating around
Just-
the bush.
But
Just
some
set you
people don't
free.
have the ability to tell you to go fuck off, and you already know though, but you still do it.
Yeah, and then I just kind of
And that's you being the control fuck
fucking
because
say no.
Tasha, why do girls be around the bush?
I think it's because we like the attention. You know?
Of course.
They just want
They-
they just want me
yeah.
to keep
the
fucking
attention,
trying.
they wanna
Fuck
see
that.
the
I
the
hate chasing
effort.
bitches.
So is there a dick pic you've received and you've been like, no, dude, leave me alone?
Oh, absolutely.
have you ever seen a dick pic? You're like, fuck
Yeah,
yes.
Oh my god, I want to show you. I would
More?
love to show you these.
Well, I don't
pictures.
know. I'm just saying,
They're
like,
great. I mean, both on both sides. I have screenshotted very clearly, and it's just so they can see that I screenshotted shit and been like, sending this to your wife, like completely, just so bluntly and just disgusted by it.
do you have any?
give a fuck?
They don't
Let's
care.
wrap up the finances.
Nope,
Do you have any
none.
finance
Hey, just
problems?
so you know, I've never sent an unsolicited dick
Good
pic.
for you. I love that.
Have you? Do you have
I've
any
sent
Me
dick
either.
pics, but they've
financial
asked
issues,
for them, all right?
Andres?
No, I mean we both work, and like I get my paycheck coming in, and I just give it all to her. Pay bills, do whatever you need to do.
She manages it.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no
Fucking
issues
personal
giving her
manager.
everything.
Gangster.
I've
You
never
too,
seen
David?
that.
I get an allowance. That's really what I get. But you know,
So again, we're very unorthodox. We have our own bank account, but the bills get paid
yeah.
together.
Like each bill delegated.
Yes, and so I have my spending money. She's got her spending money. We're a team, man. We don't look at things as we have separate bank accounts, which is really
Yeah.
unorthodox. But it's not my money, your money. It's our money.
Well.
So everything gets paid. Everything
It's your money, but just in different places.
Yeah. So she doesn't. She
That's
can't see
awesome.
how much money I spend on car parts and beer. I could care less what she spends her money
I
on.
like
I hear you say, I'll Venmo you the $20 back.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So we just kind of share. Finance has never been a thing for us. There's been times where it's been rough. We spent more than we should have, and
Yeah.
it gets stressful, because we make an X amount and bills are X amount. But
Just like with anyone, yeah. Man,
yeah,
I
like
get
we
it,
always
yeah.
get through it, man. Like we're like, our
good.
thing is our marriage is a team, and we
Love
we
that.
work together to get
You
it
guys
paid
seem
off.
so happy, and I'm glad that I got to meet her. She
Thank you.
seems
Yeah,
amazing.
she's a pain in my ass.
You guys make me throw up.
Yeah, because he
I
wants it.
envy that so much. I love it. I love it when I see when it's real and it's there because I believe in it so much, and I'm like, I can't wait to find that.
Like-
Maybe I never will.
The only thing I'll say about the financial thing for me is like I was the only person, sole provider on my marriage, but like I didn't ask for it, but it's fucking awesome to
I
have somebody
can-
that can make money just
I
like
honestly
you.
can't imagine how hard it would be to be in a man's place. I mean, the fact that you have to be the strength of the family, and that's why I've never wanted to put that fully on a man. Like I've always just been like, I will work with you, I will help you, I will be there for you.
Someone shit dinging.
That's mine.
Oh,
But it just seems like a lot of pressure on a man, and that's why I think holding it down together is so important. I mean, being the strength with like the children and the the entire all of the bills and doing all of that and being like, I will take care of this, I will protect you, I will be there for you. I feel like it seems like a lot, for a man, and I'm just like, I think women should totally look at that and appreciate what men do for us.
it's an awesome
crazy.
feeling having a partner that can put in the same
And
as you do on the table.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's how it is, man. Like
If I got fired,
No.
we would be covered, for a couple of months or whatever. Or if she got fired, we'd be good. I think everyone does, whether you have money or not, right? Whether you make $100,000 together or $200,000 together, sometimes you always go into like a financial crunch. Sometimes.
Yeah, do you want to talk about how we talked yesterday about $50,000 10 years ago?
No, that's a different topic. But fuck, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to have somebody like another fucking partner that can back your ass up. Like the pressure is, it's there, but
You're a team,
You
just
gotta,
like you said.
yeah. You got to break and shit. And then when you're when you're a business owner, dude, you're broke all the fucking time. You got payroll. You got all that shit. You got to cover.
Material, equipment,
Yeah,
whatever.
like with this podcast, I took a dip, but because of like the initial costs and stuff like that. But I don't give a fuck.
I think it's amazing.
And what about financial? Or last thing about finances, financial decisions. Well, yours is kind of. You guys have a budget or like your own allowance, right? Like when you guys buy things, do you guys both agree or?
No, she fucking hates his car collection.
You know,
That's why I don't want to bitch. I don't want her to tell me no.
we run things to each other. We run things to each other. Even the small little purchases, like, hey, I like the sweater. You know, like we run things to each other, and you know, I've been like, hey, I want this car. Do you think we can afford it? And you know, sometimes it's like she'll be like, well, would you be willing to pay for it with your extra spending money or whatever?
Yeah.
You know, and it,
So you do talk about it.
yeah, we talk about our money a lot. We have a joint credit card that
I mean, the good thing is you're in that, you have that communication.
yeah, that communication with money is always
Motherfucker's
there.
key, dude.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I give all my money to Veronica is that impulsivity. Like,
Well,
I will
that's good.
just
At
spend
least
and
it's
spend
like
and
you're
spend.
aware of it. You're like, take my shit because I'm gonna spend it
Exactly.
on this. So you're
Exactly.
covered. So I'm not even gonna ask
Hey,
you.
I mean, I wish I had someone to give my money to, but
You-
then
you can give it to me.
Hey,
I wouldn't
nomás
have
con
to
que,
give it to me.
hey, nomás con que no sea the people from Boise, David.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that fun
I'm
couple.
in business management, so let me handle your shit. Don't get taken advantage like
don't
that
do
either.
that. Yeah.
Oh shit, there's somebody that we know that was going to school for business, and then he got with someone. His partner fucking hated her supposedly, and ended up marrying her.
Oh.
But back then they weren't married or anything. But he's like, I need you to deposit all your money into my shit because this is what I go to school for, and you get fucked.
No, that literally, this guy from Jerome, actually, that I dated, he wanted me to quit my job and give my car, you know, buy a car from him. I mean, do this whole thing. And I was like, this is one of those guys that was like, I'm amazing and I look good and I feel good and everything about my life is better and you should just only be a part of my life and drop everything that you have in your life. And I was like, this
Fuck.
is crazy. I'm building a house and it's amazing and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? This
We need to
this
reset
person,
it.
he's a
So you didn't do it.
Oh, absolutely not. And he was at my door, literally telling me how amazing he was for me and how I needed to be with him. And I was
Yeah,
just,
fuck all that. Again, I go back to the self-development.
But see,
Like,
I'd be the
I think
opposite. I'd be
some
like,
women do
you don't want
that.
me. I
Some
ain't got
women
When
nothing
somebody-
for you, bitch.
take that like that.
I only got a
That's
big
the
dick. That's
thing.
it.
like that would be a bad situation because like here's the thing, I'm against men when it comes to like the only provider. Like this is why men flaunt money. They feel like they can control the entire fucking relationship
course.
because they're in charge of the fucking
Yeah.
money. So imagine you being in that relationship. He promised you all
That's
this
the first
shit,
thing I thought of.
and then the
Well,
first,
it's
and then
fucking true.
it's like,
Andy
get
gives
out.
the whole check
Like, what
to
the fuck?
person that controls the money,
What?
right?
What?
And
What'd
he's
you
on
say?
an allowance.
No, what'd you
You
say?
can control the whole relationship with who holds the money. That happens.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to be yourself and
Andy, you have to be
have your
yourself.
shit
And
together.
you have to have your shit together.
Andy, are you being controlled?
shit.
Noel seems concerned
I'll back
for
him
you.
up. He has ADHD, so he has impulsive fucking issues. So
God damn,
that's
you
why.
got me, dude. Yep.
I guess that's just
No,
me
this
covering-
motherfucker's got it. He's got it
If you're
diagnosed.
happy,
Andy,
it doesn't matter.
is
but-
Noel concerned
Yeah,
about
this
something we
motherfucker
don't
talks
know
all
or
this
what?
shit, but he just said, "I
Dude,
wish I
I'm
had
just
that."
Jelly.
God
Jelly, the
damn.
financial manager.
No, so let's be done with that one. Let's talk about sex.
Andy,
Sex life.
¿te visten?
Oh shit.
It's sometimes no.
Nah.
I do ask for
He
opinions.
still
I'm
gets
like, does this
sucked.
look
He
good? 'Cause
still gets fucked, and he gets fed.
I'm happy.
You know what te pegan?
You know.
But, well, let's talk about the sex. Do you like to get hit when you get fucked? Not in the ribs though.
No, I
Or what's
I'm
your
not-
sex life
I'm
like?
not-
Like you fuck. Well, I know you're working now and you're traveling, but like, what's your ideal numbers? 3 times a week, once a day.
honestly like like almost every day almost. Maybe
That's how you want it.
maybe a day or two in between.
And-
I just feel I have
day
a
or two in
high.
between. Perfect.
I just feel like I have a high drive for it.
Okay. What about you, Goofy?
I know earlier we were saying that it's like I'm good for a week, but I mean it's more like every other day.
Well,
take that
no.
back. I take that
Clarify that. You say one nut, you're good for the week. That's what you said originally, right?
I'll be fine for a week. Yeah.
No,
fucking
no.
lie.
He just doesn't want the woman to be around. He just wants that. And it's like
So, but what's the
he could
truth?
Probably take it more than that. He doesn't want the fucking girl around. I see.
Dude.
What?
You'd be with like a Mormon or something if
No,
you did
hell
it once, because they only do it when they want to conceive. No,
Yeah.
supposedly.
Ooh, that sucks.
I want a Mormon
That's why
friend
they
to
do
get
it
on
in the
this
ass.
motherfucker, and I want to ask him all these sex questions.
Like they're just cranking it
Mm.
off the fucking rails. Then if that's, like I said, like
But no,
even
yeah,
like
like to me, if the chick tries to have sex with me every day, I mean, like,
You don't give a fuck.
You're back the fuck off.
Okay.
That's too much, man.
Oh, so
That's-
you wouldn't work out with Andy?
no, that's what I want. Like she can't keep up with me.
Oh no,
Damn.
but what I'm saying
no,
is like
straight
if
up.
you were the woman and you were in his relationship and you say you want it every day, it wouldn't
wouldn't
work out.
work.
It
It
wouldn't work
wouldn't
out because he's like, oh, my dick's sore.
Lo mandas a la verga.
Hey, man.
I stretched you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, like I don't have the energy for that every fucking day, you know?
I don't think I do.
Andy,
Well,
he'd want you to
okay.
little spoon
So
him.
for I'll just no. Let's ask Tasha first. What about your sex life?
I think I'm like I don't know. I feel like I'm a guy. I'm the guy in the relationship.
You guys wanna fuck every day.
I'm like I think
You
I
want to
I'm
fucking get the fuck
over-
out?
I mean, honestly, I think I like the crazy, awkward, like just anywhere all the time, being like out and I don't know. It just like
Yeah.
dope. But if we fucked at like 3 hours ago or yesterday, and you're all over me at the fucking park, be like, yeah, come on, just
And I'd be
wait till we get
fucking
home.
So you're not compatible
I'd be
with
pissed.
her.
I'd be
when it comes
pissed
to
if
sex.
it's
Yeah, dude, she's a Gemini.
if I went crazy, if we did like a morning thing and then like later on in the day I was like we're at the fucking park or something and I want something to happen and you're just like I'm like fuck you then like okay bet like
Yeah.
listen I have toys I have toys because I've been single for a really long time
That's the problem.
so I take
I don't
care
think there's
of
nothing
myself.
wrong
I'm
with
fine.
that.
I'm
Fuck.
totally
This motherfucker got toys too.
What?
nothing I'm
What do you
I
think? What do you think my toys are like?
Equality, guys.
It's not
need
a doll.
toys too.
The
God
the
damn it.
first thing I thought it was a pocket pussy. That's the first
That's
thing.
exactly what he has.
He's like. First
I'm
of
not
all,
gonna have a dildo.
he's like,
Hey,
I
Tasha,
bought-
it's that and the big black
I
strap
bought
out.
my ex.
I'll get you I'll get you a cock ring with a vibrator.
I think it's healthy. I think sex is healthy, and I think it's I
Okay.
don't know. And my entire relationship was like I've been that way. So I think I don't know. When
see,
do
and
I
it-
calm down?
And see, I say that like I wouldn't like it every day. Maybe I would if it was the chick, if she was hot as fuck. She had a
All right.
big
He keeps
fat
changing
booty.
his. He keeps
He's
changing
taking
his-
it back.
his-
Hey,
yeah.
let me just tell you, like from my past experiences.
ya no
okay?
más que eres joto,
It,
güey.
it could change. It could change.
could
all right.
change.
But hey, hold on. Let me say another thing is. Forgot what I was gonna fucking say.
No, it keeps adding clauses. Maybe more than once a week.
ADHD.
Well, where
No.
the fuck was I gonna go with that?
Hold the fuck on.
Oh,
Chingo.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's coming.
So I say that I wouldn't like it every day, because with the women that I've had experiences with, I wouldn't want to do it every.
weren't
every
Okay,
day.
I
They
get
weren't
you
the
now.
I
ones.
was.
They weren't the
Exactly,
ones.
exactly.
No, I totally
But I
get that.
wasn't so into them that I was just so horny all the time that I just wanted to bust nuts all the time.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
Yeah.
you just haven't found the right,
The right
chick.
Sure, sure,
partner.
sure.
The attraction wasn't
And
there.
then-
Yeah,
There
yeah.
has to be a
And then when I think about it, when I'm like, I go through spurts where like I do the no fap for like about a month
mean?
or two.
There's some kind of belief that they think
No
that if
jerking
you don't
off.
jack off, they have more energy or some bullshit
And
like that.
It does. It pumps you up because like you get fucking horny
Not
or
me.
you want to fight someone. It's like
No, I mean,
Hey,
I have
that's
to
how Noel
fucking-
gets in the
yeah,
fight.
because you can't fucking go a day without jerking off. And you don't know what nofap is because it's like
I know
fascinating.
what it is.
Well,
I know what it
how
is.
Long has,
I have
I know, but have
literally-
you ever experienced it? Like, have you ever tried it and not nutted for a fucking week? I bet
I'm just gonna tell
haven't.
you, I have more energy after I fucking nut.
Well, I know you're a fucking special case. then, huh?
That's why I have to nut. Like, I'm not gonna go to
Yeah.
work with a fucking boner or a loaded gun. Okay.
I've literally talked guys into masturbating. Like I've talked them into being like more like I don't know, just like into themselves. Like
You gotta jerk off more.
it's just one like I've been
Okay,
curious. I will ask like I'll be talking to someone and I'll be like, so like just do.
I'm gonna ask you a very
it's
personal
it's
question.
Hold on, let me
Because you're
finish
talking
the
about
whole no-fap
masturbation.
thing. And so I go through spurts where like it's no fap for a month, 2 months. And then all
Fuck.
of
That's
a
why it
sudden-
doesn't
and
pop.
then all of a sudden it's fucking every day. I'm cranking one out at least once a day. So I'm like, it's either all or nothing. God damn it! It's always
But
been all or
that's why
nothing.
you get clogged and it doesn't come out.
Oh
So how many times do you think you masturbate? I'm asking you because you're a woman.
I mean, definitely daily or every other day.
Okay.
For
Tight.
sure.
You know what? Okay, so going
Alright,
with
alright,
that.
we're
this is
normal.
what
Yeah,
this is
guys
what
and
my
girls are
cousin used to
normal.
say.
I don't
Everyone's
know
the
if
same,
that's-
dude.
I don't know if that's a normal
You know when
thing
you
for
go through
girls.
puberty and you're like shy and
It's
you
either
don't want
girls
to tell
don't
people.
do it at all, or they do it about the same amount
I
of you.
encourage.
Yeah,
I will
I
literally
guarantee you.
explain exactly how to get
There's-
off
there's
to
no-
a woman
there's
so
no
that she
chick
knows.
that-
Because it's like
Everyone,
every woman should do it. Every fucking woman should.
everyone,
should do it,
women also have different
100%.
spots too. So don't
Yeah,
assume.
double clicking the mouse.
Yes.
Don't assume that just because somebody likes clitoral activity doesn't mean that the other person
Which
likes
is
it too.
amazing, by the way. Just I mean, just so
I
all
have
men know,
identified
just-
your button. So I was asking about the masturbation because my cousin, when we were kids, when we were going through puberty, he said, if you don't jack off, because I was embarrassed to say I jack off. He's like, if you don't jack off, then that means te la picas.
You poke your butt.
Yeah. So either you rub it, motherfucker, or you jack off. Which one is it?
So I
Albert?
also, it's like, so my mom always tells me, she's like, Mija, she's like, don't freaking do it too much because you
lose the
lose
sensitivity.
the sensitivity. But I mean, it's just as sensitive as it was fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah,
So I
fuck
mean,
yeah.
I'm fine, I think.
If
Oh,
you
fucking-
jack off, Dad
so,
kills
I don't-
God kills a kitten. No.
But I'm like, you know, I've had dudes like jack off before they thought they was like either they were gonna get some because they're like it'll last longer, right? Like
What-
you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a thing. Okay, yeah. See, that's a thing. It's I don't know how.
Well,
Yeah, you have to
I'm
rub
gonna
the easy
I'm gonna
one
say
out,
some
right?
shit right now that people will want to tune in. I don't unload the gun because she loves that shit.
Oh,
So
man.
I have to give her all the protein
Let me
she
ask you another question.
she needs.
This is another question for everyone. Remember that DJ Khaled shit?
Yeah.
He's a king. He doesn't go down on a woman.
Oh yeah, fuck that fool.
Yeah, right? I mean, I go down. That's one of my favorite things to do. Are you
I
kidding me?
actually know. I mean, I don't know. Never mind. I feel like there's too much. That
No,
the oral. Okay, the oral. It's like that's a thing, and I think that is also an important thing in a relationship. I think. That should be.
Hell yeah.
Listen, the last guy that I dated for a tiny amount of time,
Didn't go down on
he
you.
fucking literally slapped me in the face so fucking hard. I'm not kidding you. I was not prepared for this shit. That's never happened before in my life. And it was like a full on fucking like, dude, I was like bruised across my face.
Wow.
And he
Wait,
thought you
why-
were gonna
why-
like
why
it?
did he
No,
slap
Why
you?
did he
and
slap?
honestly, what's crazy is like it turned me on, and I don't even know what the fuck because that's never happened to me before, and it was out of nowhere. And then I was like, oh my God. But then after that, it was like, I was like, oh shit, like, was it just gonna randomly fucking happen now? Like, I was kind of like nervous about it.
What-
And then I would have like bruises on my face.
What initiated the slap? You guys were just banging it out?
1,000,
or-
like, it was just the same, you know, and I don't know, we were drinking and fucking, I don't know, it just happened. And I was like, what the
You
fuck?
guys were fucking around any smack.
It was we were fucking. Like, it wasn't like we were fucking around. Like, we were in.
Okay.
Right? And it's just like, and I'm like sitting there like butt ass naked, like, what the fuck just happened to me right now? But then it was like we continued, and then we never really talked about it. It just happened, and then I was
Tight.
like, okay, maybe this is like his thing, you know? But it's just that's pretty intense of a thing to
And
just
then
like.
maybe it's
I
your
think it's
thing
fucking
since
hot
liked
that
it,
you
huh?
didn't know you liked it, and you're
That's
like,
how
damn.
that's what got me. I think was that I didn't realize that it was like because everybody likes sometimes like that hardcore like right. That's the thing. But like
Fucking
how
slap me,
hardcore?
call me a dirty whore, spit in my mouth.
I had one. I won't disclose names, but I had one that loved to get fucking hit in the ribs.
I don't know. I don't know about
And
that.
I'm like, the guy prior to her probably showed her this, and
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
we weren't dating. It was just kind of a fling, and I'm like, well, you got to sign a piece of paper because I ain't fucking.
Dead ass.
I'm like, I ain't
Well,
fucking
I ain't
going to
going down
fucking
that
jail.
road.
The
Like, I'll do
bruises
whatever the fuck
across
you
my
want.
face were intense, and I was like, my little brother is gonna see this shit and freak the fuck out.
Well, what about you, Phil? What's your fucking shit like? How do you need it? How often do you need it?
Who are you asking, David?
You.
Fuck, I needed like fucking 5 times a day, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, you think this guy's ever been a week with no jerking off like that?
Look, I think my sex life right now fucking sucks.